you can use for. Huh? Okay. Okay, actually you can just copy paste the whole thing here. Just copy paste the whole thing. Okay. Control C. Okay, copy paste here. You can use the same thing, no problem. Okay, you know why I close here? This is closing for this one. Okay, you can use the same thing because the same thing, right? Even though I has been declared up here, you still can use I. Okay, but we start from 0 again. Start from 0, stop at 29. You capture 30 students. So how to display the marks? In C, you use printf. In Java, you use what? System out, system.out.print, print also or print line. Okay, how to display? Student I. That's it. So for when I 0, first student. When I 1, second student. When I 2, third student, and so on. Okay, sometimes you might, this is not I, this is L, small letter. All small letter except S, system.out.println. Or sometimes you might use systemout.print. You know what's the difference? Println means you move to the new line. Print means everything will be displayed on the same line. Okay, but in order to make your output looks nice, looks neat, you use new line. Means each output will type in a new line. Okay, anyone having problem? Okay, in C you type like this, if I can remember. Okay, in C it's something like this. Printf. What? Printf? Percentage? No, printf. Yeah, percentage. D, comma, then you put what? Student I. Sorry. Close. This is in C. So you can see the difference. But this is in Java. So in Java you don't have percentage D. You don't have this. You only have this. Okay? So it's very straightforward. Okay? In C it's quite complicated. Because this is integer. So in Java we have only this, and printf you change to system.out.println. Okay, so I will delete this, otherwise we will confuse. Just to show you difference. Okay, so the whole thing will be repeated 30 times. Okay, now display number of students who pass. How? Okay, actually you can copy paste this student. Sorry. Okay, number of students who pass. Okay, you type system out, print line, then you put number of student pass equals to, then you put close quotation plus number, counter pass, then you close bracket. Okay, so if you want to do it for number of fail, okay, the same thing. Number of student fail, counter fail. Okay, inside this quotation you can type anything you like. Okay, if you type in BM also no problem. Okay, but make sure the variable is correct, and you make sure you put plus, no comma, straight away plus and the variable name. Don't mix up, because here pass, here fail. So this is only once. This is done once, but this is repeated 30 times. Okay, but we consider this as one output. This is one output. This is one output. Okay, any question? you save. Make sure you save. Maybe every minute you save. Otherwise, if anything happens, then you cannot restore back. Okay, so this is a complete one. So anyone have any problem? Doesn't matter because this is just command. You can write BM, you can write English, it's up to you. And this is command. Okay, so this is the compiler won't process this one. I put method because main is a method. Okay, in C you call it what? In C you call it function. Java we call it method. The same thing, only the name differs. Okay, now, all done. Done. So now, what's next step? Compile. Okay, now we show you how you can compile. Okay, you go to start. Right. You click run. Run. Again, now I show you. You click start. Click start, then you see run. Okay, after you click run, you will see this dialog box. You type CMD, all small letter, CMD, China, Malaysia, Denmark, enter. This is your command prompt. You need to go to your C directory. Okay, how you go? You can go to C directory, CD, backslash. Okay, CD, backslash, enter. So you are in C directory. You need to go to the bin directory of JDK. So you type CD, what, program files, right? Program files, got space and program files. Okay, you type program files slash Java slash what? JDK 1. You can, I don't know where you can use tab. 1.6 .0 underscore 23. Then you need to go to bin, slash bin. Okay, hopefully it's correct. Correct. Okay. So after you press enter, if you can see the whole thing retyped again by the system, means you are in the correct folder. Just type CD, program files. Program files got space, slash Java slash JDK 1.6.0 underscore 23 slash bin. Enter. Okay, now we can compile. Make sure you are in the bin. Okay, how to compile? Java, Javak. Javak, got C, means Java compiler. Okay, what is the name of the file? Student.java. Enter. Okay. No error, right? No error. If got error, means the compiler will produce the error list. Never mind. If you got error, doesn't matter. Okay, just watch what I'm doing. Okay, if your program got error, you need to go back to your notepad, to your student.java. You need to do corrections. Once you do corrections, you save. You need to save. You save. Then you go back to your command prompt. You compile again. You compile again. If still got error, go back again to your notepad. Do the same thing. But make sure you save before you compile. Okay. Once you don't have error, then you can run. So how to run Java? Compile Java. To run Java. Okay. Okay. What is the name of the file? Student. Okay. In order for you to compile, use Javac, J-A-V-A-C space the name of the file. The name of the file is student.java. Enter. No error, you can run. Okay, in order to run, you just type Java. After you type Java, you type the name of the class. The name of the class is student, right? Don't put .java. Okay? When you run, don't put, sorry, when you want to execute the program, don't put .java. Just put student. Then you press what? Enter. Nothing appear. Oh, okay. You know why? No error, but you know why? Okay, what you should put before this? You need to put some message, right? Please enter marks. Right. Otherwise, you don't have message, but you need to key in the marks, right? Which is sometimes we don't know whether the system really needs the marks or not. Okay? Okay, you go back to the program. Okay. Because in order to make it readable, you need to type here what? System dot out dot print line. You type please enter marks. That's it. So that your program is more easy for you to understand. Okay. Okay. So you save, You save. Once you save, okay. Once you save, you go back to your command prompt. Okay, this one I need to stop. Okay, just ignore. Okay, you compile again. How to compile? Java student, no error. Now I run Java student, enter. See, please enter marks. Okay, I type 20. Then I type 40. How many times the system will ask marks? 30, yeah? Okay, just type any marks lah, okay? 12, 67, 88, 99, 45, 33, 78. Just assume the marks is from 1 to 100, huh? Okay, see, number of student, number of, okay, whatever you type earlier will be published again. Okay, after that, number of students passed 11, 19, right? Okay, so you type 30 marks, then after that the system will do all the processing and the system will display whatever you type earlier, it will be displayed. Okay, and then it will inform you number of student passed, number of student failed. Okay. Okay. Any question? So basically, we have come to the end of this problem. Yes. Okay. Okay. Before that, if you go to bin, you go to JDK bin. Okay. Can you notice student here? Student. Okay, if you go to bin directory, you will see the files has been saved. Okay, you can see here student.java. This is your source file. Once you compile, no error, the system will create the bytecode. That is student.class. If you open this, you will see some weird characters. But that is machine readable files. Okay, so once means you have two files here, student.java that you type. Compile, no error, the system will generate student.class, that is machine readable file. Okay? Okay, understand? Ada student.class. Okay. Okay, so for your homework, So I want you to get the average of the marks. So because here, you only have 3 outputs, right? Display all the marks entered, display the number of students who passed, display number of students who failed. Then I want to add another one, the average marks. Because we have 30 marks, right? What is the average of the marks? That is your homework. And we assume the marks is between 1 to 100. So how you want to make sure that the marks is really between 1 to 100? Let's say if the student the teacher enter -3, cannot write. If the teacher enter 130, cannot write. So you need to, how you can handle all this problem, okay? But that one is optional, okay? If you want to do that, you can proceed, huh? Otherwise, you just assume that the marks is from 1 to 100. But the one compulsory for you to do is, I want you to get the average marks and you display here, okay?